quite a few things that make lacrosse very, very special. And because there are so many, there's quite a few you've probably never heard the backstory of. News 8's Nick Ragnar joins us with one of those stories.
Hi, Jen and Bill. Well, you know, I'm from these parts. I grew up in lacrosse, and it's really easy to take a lot of what we see on a daily basis for granted. So I had the chance to actually catch up with one man that's made a huge difference in shaping this historic region, so much that it just might surprise you.
Take a look around lacrosse, and what do you notice? A city cornerstone, a riverside monument, tributes that really make a city one of a kind. And all of these sculptures are related, as they were all done by one man, Elmer Petersen.
That's just something I do. I'm a sculptor. I make sculpture.
Currently living in Galesville, Elmer was born in Racine, Wisconsin, and wasn't drawn to sculpting until college at the University of Wisconsin-Madison.
I did okay in sculpture. Nothing special.
Elmer would move to Texas to become a teacher.
It's a good piece.
But in 1978 later decided to make the trip back to Wisconsin with his wife and children.
So she wanted to come up north and kind of in between the grandparents in Racine and then South Dakota. So I had told her about this place up here because I hitchhiked through here a lot when I was young.
Elmer simply hoped he could do what he loved, and after multiple sculpting jobs, the rest was history. For the next 39 years, Elmer would fly under the radar.
I know for a fact that I've gone by a lot of artworks and so forth, and I never think about the person who actually did it.
But he would continue to make his mark around the city of lacrosse. From the iconic lacrosse player statue.
They said they want a sculpture for the city, and I read the history of the city, and I decided that would be a good subject.
To the eagle in Riverside Park.
I saw that spot. All there was that circle at the end of State Street, and I thought that's a perfect place for a sculpture.
Along with everything else in between, this 86 years young sculptor has a long resume, but isn't calling it quits just yet. Inside his studio, at 6 feet high, his next piece as part of the upcoming Pogue Park renovations, and it's unlike anything he's done before.
If I made them in a sequence, it'd be almost like a movie, but also I could hold them up above the hurdle.
So take another look around lacrosse. And what you might now notice is the shaping of a city through the hard work and creativity of the simple Wisconsin native sculptor, Elmer Petersen.
Like some people are singers, some people are whatever they are, engineers. And so I think I consider myself an artist, a sculptor.
Cool.
Now, Elmer is really a trooper. He actually said that he's going to keep doing this until he physically can't, and even when that time comes, he's just going to have to hire somebody to do the actual sculpting, and he'll make the designs. So, I mean, this is something he's going to do for as long as possible. And like I said, 86 years young is how you define Elmer.
Yeah.
And actually, I have a website here. This website shown on the bottom of your screen has all of his works on it. So, if you want to take a look, you don't want to go on the Easter egg hunt like I did to get all those other pieces.
Well, you did. So do you have a favorite of all the ones that you went around to get pictures of?
That's a really good question. Obviously the lacrosse players one's always just been really iconic, being from here. You see it everywhere you go. And that's something Elmer said too. That was one of his favorites just because of how much, the prominence that it's really grown to, I guess, in this area. But
the eagle is so,
know,
that's like to think that he's like, I knew I had a vision that could go right there.
It's weird when you actually go and look at the piece, and the backstory behind it. I mean, I was almost in awe just being like, oh my, one man did this? It kind of takes you back a little bit. But
Stuff we see all the time. It's nice to know who's responsible.
Where it comes from. All right.